Tippy time, my damies, Top Cat here and welcome back to the channel. Like most prismatic titans out there, this will punch, kick and scream like it's throwing its crayons out of the cot. But our goal here is to throw out as many rockets as possible, as often as possible. And boy is this new Hazardous Propulsion fun. Its armor perk is Danger Close, our weapon precision hits or final blows have a chance to load a kinetic Exodus rocket. It's pretty damn forgiving too. I've never not had one load after a kill. And precision kills will often grant us 2 stacks, and it grants us up to 6 rockets. It works quite well if you're just laying out crits on say a Servitor or something tankier. I found I got 6 charges from about 80% of my magazine, whether at a SMG, LMG, AR, about 3.5 seconds you'll have it loaded up. But I definitely found that trace rifles work the best. To fire out these rockets, all we need to do is pop our class ability. With just 1 rocket, this does 28,000. With 6 rockets, that's 173,000. With one of my Apex Predator rockets, it's doing 73. So with one of these volleys, it's pushing out 2 and a bit rockets worth of damage. And we can get one of these volleys every 10 to 20 seconds. Just by playing and slaying the way that we normally do. And to take it even further, it gives us a rocket buff for 10 seconds after our volley. With just 1 rocket loaded up, that's a 10% buff. 2 plus 17, 3 is 24%, 30%, 33%, and capping out at a 35% damage bonus with 6 rockets in the volley. I've been using the Thruster class ability. It's got the shortest cooldown, and this Prismatic Titan is fundamentally an Arc Titan, and I want to keep up Amplified to try and keep this brawler pushing forwards and not chilling back. They do launch out from your back pocket and go up and over, so you're going to want to watch out for those low bridges. That aside, these are very aggressive Seekers. This is better than Destiny 1 Truth Tracking. I've been using the Dringer's Lash aspect. It's got a cool mechanic when we're using Thruster. It creates a bouncing Betty style tangle that launches up off the ground, detonates and suspends targets. The call is already an instant classic. This rocket assisted sidearm is also buffed by our Hazardous Propulsion. It's got a new perk called Strategist, which works much like our Pugilist or Demolitionist, feeding us class ability energy from kills. It gives us roughly 15% a kill off of reds, more for tankier targets. Accounting for our cooldowns, we can have a class ability charge and 6 rockets loaded in just 4 kills. It's got cool perks like Hatchling or One for All in the right hand column. I chose Ball for Weapon for that flat 15% buff. There's so many orange and yellow bars out there, they seem a lot more common than before. If you don't have it yet, I'm sure you've already got yourself a great indebted kindness already. My go-to rocket is always the Apex Predator. Most of you already have it. I run Reconstruction and Bipod to make the most of that 10-second damage bonus. But if you pray to Jeebus like my bud Cows did, you might be lucky enough to get a Crux with Envious Assassin and Bipod. I think this will be a really good combo going forwards. But there are some super fun exotic out there. The Grand Overture may be an LMG, but its special volley fires rockets. This is great, a really fun way in situations like GMs where things are health gated, you just want to do mad amounts of chunk damage. Or I can just absolutely blow my load in their faces for an insta-kill. Eyes of Tomorrow is one of my absolute favourites though. Between the Hazardous Propulsion and my Eyes volley, we can clear out an entire wave of enemies with just 1 combo. I often use this in strikes like the Corrupted. It slays out an onslaught. I know a lot of you out there are sleeping on this, please pick it up and give it a crack. But it's a 2-tailed fox that generally surprised me. This puppy shoots out 3 rockets, the new Arc one jolts to give more AoE damage, but it's the Void one that suppresses that we really want to be interested in. We pair it with the facet of Commando Fragment. When we suppress targets, it reloads our equipped weapons, whilst also increasing our stability, aim assist and airborne effectiveness, which I really do like when you got to be quick on your feet when you're facing down this douche of a brig. Command works a lot better than Void's Domineering, as it's now an active 10-second modifier on the left hand side of our screen, and it extends on each hit. With Facet of Hope, whilst we have an elemental buff, our class ability regenerates more quickly. It's currently a bit buggy though. Sometimes it's giving me a 20% increase, others zip zada nothing. But I'm sure Bungo will sort this out in the coming weeks. I'm also using a utility Kickstarter, Reaper to make me orbs, and that utility cooldown mod. This cuts my base cooldown in half, from about 20 seconds to about 12 odd seconds. Once Facet of Hope is fixed, we should be able to get this down under 10 seconds. To get and keep Amplified, I run the Knockout aspect, as Amplified is going to be our go-to buff, as it's got the longest timer available to us, so we're going to have it more frequently. When critically wounding a target or breaking their shields, this infuses your melee attacks with arc energy and increases your melee range and damage for a short time. When defeating targets with a melee attack, this makes us amplified and restores us a portion of our health. The bigger the baddie, the bigger the health back to us. This got a 25 to 50% buff this season based on the enemy tier. I'm really vibing with the Thunderclap. It works a great combo with our Transcendence, and it saw 2 buffs this season. At minimum, it's 20% stronger, and at max drawback, it's 33% stronger. But the best change is that 30 extra damage resistance we get whilst cocking it back. It feels so much safer with Facet of Blessing. Our melee kills will start our health regeneration, and protection makes us even tankier again when surrounded in the trenches playing rockin' sockin' robots. I myself chose T-Crash. This build is all about rockets, so I just turned myself into a missile. There is a dim link in the description down below. Feel free to pause here for my mods, stats, artifact and fragments. This build's a lot of fun, and it kinda feels like a Titan's version of threadlings. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. I'm currently looking for a good special weapon to run with this build. Make sure to thumb it if you dug it, sub it if you're new, and as always, tippy tie my damies, what a tie.